Hello y'all! Welcome back to another video dedicated to help you break out of any toxic behaviors or patterns in your relationship or personal life. I'm Coach Jeanette from @Jeanette.xzito at TikTok and Instagram. In today's video, we're going to be talking about ending the vicious cycle of being clingy and needy. And no, I'm not talking about double texting or showing someone you care, because that is not clingy. Rather, I am talking about feeling as if you're losing your sense of identity when you're in a relationship, feeling anxious or overthinking whenever there's space or distance, obsessively fantasizing about y'all's marriage or future, or struggling to focus on work or the other areas of your life because they're always on your mind. Now, if you checked any of these boxes, I hear you, see you, and want to help you, so keep watching. Now, before we dive into what we need to do to stop being clingy, let's talk about why this is happening in the first place. Now, the truth is, we infatuate and cling on to other people because we're trying to fill a void within ourselves. And this void we have within ourselves fuels this cycle of clinginess. Now, if you're more of a visual person, here's what this cycle looks like. What starts this cycle is having the subconscious wound of feeling disconnected to ourselves. Because we have this wound, we try to fill this void by clinging onto other people, which leads us to the hyper clingy attachment. So the moment someone makes us feel seen, heard, loved, or understood, we cling on to that because that's something that we're trying to fill. And filling that lack within ourselves is sort of like a dopamine hit, right? We get a high from it because we're finally getting something that we lack. And so as a means to fill that void, we will try to cling on to that person. But as we all know, not everyone will be available 24/7 to fulfill our needs, because naturally people will be busy from work or other obligations that they have. And unfortunately, the anxious attachment style will take this as a rejection, and they make it mean that they're unloved, they're unseen, they're unheard, and this other person doesn't care about them anymore, which in turn only deepens the sense of void that they feel within themselves and strengthens that inner core wound of feeling disconnected. And having this cycle run over and over and over again can be extremely exhausting, so we want to put a stop to it. Now, you might be asking, Jeanette, how do we stop this then? Now, the first step sounds simple, but it's very nuanced, and it's to get to know yourself. Practice sitting with yourself alone without all these distractions around you. What are your fears, desires, morals, values in the different 7 areas of your life? We want to learn to connect with ourselves a lot more, so practicing self-reflection will allow us to build trust and love. And in order to trust and love someone, you need to know them, so the same rule applies to you. Start experimenting and trying new things so you get to know yourself a lot more. Which leads us to our next point, which is know what your needs are. This can be your 6 human basic needs from Tony Robbins, so love, connection, certainty, etc. Start fulfilling those needs consciously through yourself instead of other people. Of course, in a healthy relationship, we should be able to get our needs met as well, but there should be a balance between fulfilling your own needs and also them fulfilling your needs, vice versa. So practice interdependence instead of one extreme to another. Now, the last thing that you want to do is pinpoint down which traits you're infatuating with through the other person. What are some of those qualities that you put on a pedestal? So is it how ambitious they are? Is it because they're really good at setting boundaries? Or maybe they're really intelligent and love reading books? So whatever those traits are for you, write them down and start thinking about how you can start bringing these traits out within yourself. Because when we start putting other people's traits on a pedestal, we look at it from a point of lack. And subconsciously, we're disempowering ourselves because we don't recognize those traits within us. So instead of trying to get our needs met through fantasizing, we want to fulfill those needs within ourselves and create this equilibrium. Now, doing all these things will allow you to focus more on you and stop some of the clinginess that might be happening. So as long as we're creating this balance and connection to ourselves, we'll be able to maintain equilibrium. And that is it for today's video, and I hope that this video helped you in stopping infatuation, limerence, overthinking, and even obsession. And if you are looking for more one-on-one guidance, I do offer coaching services, so you can find me on Instagram and send me a DM. Links will be in the description box below, along with all the other links that you're looking for. Thank you for watching today's video, and make sure that you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see for our next week's video. As always, you got this.